What's up, guys? Hello, it's Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back at it again. What's up, family? I first want to give a special shout out to my brother O'Shea Duke Jackson. Today is his 40th birthday. So if you guys are also members of his platform, go show him some love on his channel, Instagram, however you reach him, and send him well wishes and many happy returns. I also want to thank the viewers of the African Superstar family. Guys, we are steadily increasing the platform. I want to thank all of you guys that have been helping by sharing videos. Also, just a little reminder, guys, we're running our Superstar hashtag. I know some of you guys are working on videos. We have 4 entries. They're doing great, and they've been very creative and interesting. So I look forward to receiving further entries from you guys. I want to talk about this topic tonight. I ran across this fantastic TED Talk in which there was this amazing Nigerian author, and she was talking about how growing up in Nigeria this was, she's over 30, so this was some years ago, that, the majority of the books that she was reading were from America or the UK. And, she started to get a perception of what the West was like because of this literature. And what I want to talk about today is the fact that people that are out in the diaspora that have never traveled to the continent, a lot of them have a certain connotation about the continent. And I just want to know one thing. I just want to know, can diasporans be honest about the fact that we have ingested a narrative that is not comprehensive? We have been told a story, not even from people that are indigenous to those lands. We have gotten an impression, we've gotten media, and most importantly, we've got a complete void and lack of information about what life on the continent really is. And some people out there have, strong views on the continent based off this information. All right. And so today I want to challenge you, especially those of you that are in the West. Maybe some of you might find this video and maybe you're not interested in the continent and you have all these connotations. I really challenge you to examine where that's coming from. Because if you yourself have never been there, you don't know people that have been there. Where are you getting your information? Are you getting your information from the same sources that have also been known to give you misinformation in the past? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, guys. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Please make sure you like this video, like this stream. Go ahead and drop something for me in the chat room. I'm going to run a video from our sponsors briefly, okay, while we wait for our family to join us. What's up, family? Hey guys, what's up? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African Superstar.
Did you know that the voice of your African Superstar is under attack? Recently, her platform of over 11,000 subscribers was shut down by YouTube. And now we are appealing to all the viewers of the African Superstar and associated channels to help restore this platform back to greatness. We need you to like, share, and subscribe this video to get the message out. Until we meet again, stay black and true. Let's do our very best to show support to one of our beloved, strong voices in the community during her time of need.
Thank you guys for sticking with me after that video from our sponsors. Big shout out, Sarah is in the building. I see you with the like count. Thank you very much. So this is what I'm going to talk about tonight because, I don't typically get engaged in the back and forth social media drama that some of you guys do. Our people are wildly emotional. I always say, that emotion will be better spent being productive than just having those back and forth discussions. Um, but this is just the truth of the matter. You know, if you have yet to have an experience of something, all right, you have ingested information about that something from somewhere. Matter of fact, a lot of you, if you have questions about the continent, even today, you're going to go to Google or you're going to come here to YouTube. But, you know, before social media was a thing, you know, there was only books, encyclopedias, you know, whatever was maybe available at libraries. You know, all these things are people's opinions or people's projections of the continent. You know, the motherland is a wonderland. It's a very, like, amazing place. It has all the components that we enjoy abroad and so much more, you know. And I would think also that we should cultivate a healthy curiosity about the continent, because we understand that our education is not comprehensive and we know that our media outlets are biased. You know, it never ceases to amaze me how members of the diaspora, for instance, back in America, regurgitate a lot of these nonsense that, you know, for instance, like non-Black people would even be saying. You know, who told you there wasn't civilization in Africa? Who told you they're hanging off of trees and wildlife just runs around? And, you know, where are you getting these images? You know, the wisest thing you can do when you have a lack of information, if you're in a position, is go and have the experience for yourself. You know, once upon a time, and it really wasn't that long ago, I was thinking about it earlier today, like, you know, it seems like just the other day I started traveling to the continent, but it was actually 2016 when I started, you know. And even myself, when I was heading to the continent, I kind of had to beat back some stereotypes that I had in my mind, because I realized I didn't have any context. I didn't have any balance to offset the things that have been imputed into me. All right. And I wanted to have a command of what I talk about. And so therefore I set out to travel the continent for myself and see it for myself and understand it for myself. Because also some of you guys out there, you are a bit, you know, eclectic or whatnot. You're a bit different. You might be an intellectual. Okay. You might like things that other people don't like. Okay. For instance, you guys know I love the sun and I love warm weather. Some people might not like warm weather. You know, so imagine someone who comes to Africa who doesn't like warm weather. When you talk to them about, oh, how was the trip? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, it was so hot. You know, I was sweating all over the place. There were mosquitoes. I got a sunburn. You know, they're going to give you, you know, their rendition of what happened. Now, if you talk to the African superstar, well, how was your weather on your last trip to, you know, Ghana? I'm going to be like, it was amazing. You know, it was 30 degrees every day, sunny. You know, I went to the pool. I was at the beach. It was phenomenal. You see the different narratives? You know, can the diaspora admit that many people are making judgments off of inconclusive information? You know, they have very passionate standpoints on faulty information. You know, I always tell you guys, very seldom, okay? Very seldom do you see someone go to the continent and them say, you know what? Everything that I've been exposed to in the West about the continent is correct. It's valid. You know, normally you have people coming out here on social media saying, oh my God, it was amazing. You know, it was totally different than what I expected. There was this, there was that. That's why there's so many content creators trying to give you guys images of the continent, because it does not align with what we have been exposed to. And the craziest thing to me, guys, big shout outs to you. If you're there, let me see you in the chat room so I can greet you. The biggest thing, you know, the contradiction to me is anyone who lives in the West knows, for instance, that the media is biased. I think most Black people will agree, okay, that the media is biased. that the education is not comprehensive. I mean, it completely omits so much stuff. But the crazy thing, the paradox is we will still use the narratives provided by that vehicle. And we will still use that to then make judgments on other things beyond our personal experiences. You know, once an entity is compromised, guys, once an entity is compromised, you can no longer trust the source of that. Shout outs to anybody in the US, okay? First trivia question. Has anybody in America heard about the Flint water situation? Okay? Let me see a number one. If you guys are aware of the Flint water situation, let me see a number one. Big shout outs. What's up? Hey, 93. I see you there, brother. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat room. It looks like only 2 of our viewers is on code. I don't know. Where are the rest of you guys? All right. Thank you. There's Constance, Sarah C. Okay. So you guys are aware of the Flint water situation. Shaim is also aware. Okay. So basically what happened in the Flint water situation, for the rest of you guys in the chat room that don't know, is the water system got contaminated. Okay, they tested it somehow, or they discovered that there was lead in the water. Okay, this is Flint, Michigan. Well, I'm happy you found our channel tonight, because now you can be educated. This is not a new situation, by the way. This has been ongoing for years. The US has still not rectified it. Okay, so basically what happens if lead gets in the water system, it can lead to poisoning, it can lead to health conditions, it can lead to death. Okay, and so what I'm using the example is that when a person, for instance, in Michigan got aware that there was lead in the water system, they did what? They stopped drinking it because they knew that it was dangerous. But we still listen to these media outlets. We still listen to people that don't look like us, tell us what is in our best interests, help us shape our future, shape our world, shape our mind. Guys, it's time to start changing the narrative, okay? Unfortunately, I had a large series on my previous platform that got shut down called Changing the Narrative, and I talked about a lot of different avant-garde thoughts. But I'm of the thinking, all right, that what I eat, sleep, watch, listen to, it should be a reflection of myself. That's why I love living here in Ghana, okay? Because being Black is normalized. You know, today I spent my whole day outdoors, okay? I went to my gym. And I might add, I spent my whole day outdoors. I haven't seen a white person yet today here in the crowd today. I went to my gym. Everybody in the gym was Black. I went to my pool. Everybody at the pool was Black, including the lifeguards. Huh? Do you guys see Black lifeguards out there? Wherever you are. Black lifeguards in Miami, Black lifeguards in Cali. Huh? Then I went from there to the nail salon, and I went to an all-Black nail salon. You see, I spent my whole day surrounded by people that look like me, and it was so natural. Second trivia question to all my viewers today. Big shout outs to the African Superstar family. Second trivia question for those of you guys in the West. Have you ever walked into a room? Okay, it could be a classroom, it could be at your office, it could be a restaurant or a store. You walk in there and you're the only Black person. And it turns into Tupac. It's like all eyes on you. You know, they're looking around. They're like, oh my God, what's Sarah going to do? Is she going to steal something? You know, is she going to make a scene? Is she going to be too loud? You know, if you've had that experience, let me see a number 2 in the chat room. Okay, you can recall, if you've ever been in that situation, how uncomfortable it is when you walk into a place and you don't see any reflections of yourself. Okay? You walk into the boardroom. You feel the pressure. You walk into your university classes. You know, my first degree was in English and literature. So certainly there was not much diversity in my upper level literature classes and all that stuff at the University of Cincinnati. I would walk into the classroom and it would be like all eyes on you. You know, it's not a comfortable feeling. And we need to normalize being Black and and being unapologetic about being Black. No more trying to change the tonation of your voice so you can sound more white, or start talking about their music, or start emulating them, or dressing like them, or all that stuff that we have to do to try to compensate. No. Okay? Let's realize that we can't take their word for our history. We cannot take it. We can't take any exposure that they have given us about our homeland. You know, I mean, if we're just going to be honest, a lot, you know, I want to say all. Some of you guys will be like, oh my God, Gina, not all. So I'll say a lot of these people are inherently racist. They have inbuilt stereotypes and prejudices already within them, which means when they start to channel our information, for instance, our story, our history, it's going to always have some tinge of bias to it because it's going through their eyes. We should no longer allow that to be the standard of our communication, guys. Can the diaspora admit that they have judgments about their own people that they have ingested from non-Black, non-original, non-indigenous entities? And I have to tell you today, if you continue to base and evaluate the world, especially our homeland, based off that information, that is a very, very ignorant and unwise thing to do. You know, the most honest thing you can do is say, you know what, you're right. I don't know. You know, all I have been afforded is what I've been exposed to, and I'm questioning that, you know, but I can't balance it. And that really is at the root of my exploration of the continent, guys. You know, I wanted to have a command of the things I talk about. Okay. And it helps you shut down a lot of naysayers too, because a lot of the naysayers you're going to be going back and forth with, or having, you know, debates. You know, it's seldom someone who's in your position. Okay. I don't have debates here on YouTube with other members of the diaspora that live in Africa. Those people that want to contend with me are in the US, in the UK, have never been to the continent, you know, are confused about their identity. And those are people that want to tell me, you know, Africa's not like what you say it is. Really? I mean, honestly, guys, being a YouTuber is it's not an easy thing. What's up, Etcha? How you doing? Zoo and Shayna, big shout outs. What's up, guys? Thank you for the new viewers. I see some new faces in here. This is basically what we're talking about tonight. You know, this is just a thought-provoking message to you guys. You know, those of you young people, you early 20-somethings, listen, come check out the continent. It might be a good fit for you, because a lot of the things that are frustrating you in the West, they are not going to go away. And trust me, take it from me, okay, as your Auntie Gina, okay, because if I'm older than you, I can be your auntie. Do not waste your youth in those environments. You know, you are contributing in so many ways by physically being in that environment. And that's the biggest problem with our people, is we're complicit to our own destruction. You know, what I'm talking about tonight is evaluating your source. And if you evaluate the source, there's no way that you should be taking these ideas as valid, especially when you don't have any physical experience or any, you know, contrasting ideas to compare it with. You know, we are all, those of us in America, I'm saying, if you haven't been traveling, you have ingested their view of the world, not just Africa, but the world. That's why, when I moved to England, people would always say, why don't Americans travel? Well, Americans don't travel because they're scared. You know, they have been bombarded by American media that the rest of the world is dangerous. They're only going to show the most, you know, derelict vision of the world possible. And then portray themselves as the superpower and the land of opportunity. I mean, it's like a Hollywood script. This is an excellent idea. And this is the way forward. I mean, those of us that have been in the West or are in the West or whatever, this should be your game plan right here. Get the resources and establish yourself back here in Africa. It's what all the other foreigners do. Okay? Only Black people want to be settling in a hostile environment. I mean, how many hashtags do we need? How many police brutality cases do we need? How many hate crimes do we need? How many times do we need to be called the N-word? Huh? Our people talk about trauma, stress, and depression and the struggle. Okay, well, it's time to level up now. Like, you got afforded some new opportunities. Okay, 2020, maybe you woke up. 2019, maybe you woke up. Maybe Year of Return caught your eye. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Burna Boy at the Grammys, whatever. Now you realize, wait a minute. I have some alternatives. And don't feel any kind of way because you were born in the UK. You were born in America. What does that mean? I mean, what exactly does that mean? I mean, is there an anchor to your feet that says, okay, you're born up in here, you can't leave? If that's the case, all of us will live our whole life in the hospital we were born in or wherever you were born in. That's your parameters. Like, and especially if wherever you are is hostile. Because I always tell you guys, I mean, I know my confidence is on 2021. I don't feel like I need to explain living to anyone. I don't feel like anybody else can give me that right. Okay? If I feel that the environment I'm in is not welcoming to me, then I mean, the natural conclusion is I don't belong there. Right? That would be a safe assumption. What's up, Skin Deep? A safe assumption would be like, okay, if I got to constantly explain myself, there's not other people that look like me around. Okay. There's not accommodations for me and my people. I remember growing up in the 90s, some ladies, see, now y'all is lucky. Okay. First of all, y'all have the internet. Okay. You have stretched jeans. Back in the days, back in the 90s, you used to have to go to the mall to get clothes. Okay. Department stores. For some of us that's thick, y'all know I'm thick. I got big, big butt, big thighs, all that stuff. Ladies that have the big breasts and stuff, you couldn't find clothes because they wouldn't make clothes for us. They was making clothes for them, and we was trying to be struggle life getting into them clothes. We have countless indicators that the environment that we're in is not where we're supposed to be. Countless indicators. It's time to move on, guys. It's time to move on. And just be real about the fact that you are ignorant about the continent. It's cool. But you can't fix your situation or you can't acquire more knowledge until you admit it. Until you get to the point you're like, you know what? I don't know, but I'm going to go find out. Because the back and forth that we do right now is just it's completely irrelevant, really. And I really encourage my other YouTubers out here, because I know I have quite a few of you guys that watch this platform that are also content creators. I encourage you just not to engage with people that are not even on your level. Okay. I would say if you're promoting the continent and these people have not been to the continent, don't even have the discussion with them. If it happens to be like an African migrant that's been out of the country for like 20 years, 30 years, whatever, don't have the conversation with them. You're only going to frustrate yourself. They don't even know what they're talking about. You know, quite frankly, there's members of the diaspora that are traveling the continent more than even, you know, continental Africans that have migrated. You know, there are some of us that have been to multiple African countries now, and you have folks that, you know, maybe they lived in a country and then they moved to the West. They are not an authority on what's happening on the continent this year, 2021. What's up, Lawmaker Blue? Welcome back to the platform, family. I hope everybody that's in this room is subscribed to this channel. Oh, wow. You guys are doing so good with the likes. Oh, yay. Yeah. So that's tonight's topic. You know, I'm not going to keep you guys long with it because it really is, it's really self-explanatory. You know, the diaspora needs to keep it 100. Okay. You know, I can't count myself in that category, but a lot of members of the diaspora are ignorant to the continent. And what they talk is crazy. And also, you know, if you have had a run-in, because this is also sometimes what people use to back up their nonsense. They'll say, well, Gina, you know, I worked with this Nigerian, I worked with this Ghanaian, you know, I had this boyfriend from Sierra Leone or this girlfriend from Kenya, and they did this and that and this and that to me. Okay, well, if you also want to measure a continent of billions of people, all right, 54 different countries, you want to talk about the continent because of one or two people that you ran into in the United States, in England, in France, in Germany. Again, it's ignorance. Go see the content for yourself. I say, brother, if we, the question is, how long do you think it will take for the narrative to change? If we do what we are doing right now and we do it well, it'll start changing, you know, within the next 10, 15, 20 years. You know, right now we are utilizing social media channels. That's only one avenue. We need to also start creating our own literature, our own films, our own, you know, we need to be at the inception of everything that we need, you know, to eliminate a lot of dependence on non-Black people. Because as long as we are ingesting their products and, you know, ingesting their education in their media, this nonsense will continue in our head because we are essentially ingesting their view. You know, now just imagine if, for instance, you as we have Mr. Howe on the screen. So let's say Mr. Howe, when he was a baby, I guess his birthday is 93. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Okay. So when he was a baby, let's say instead of when he grew up, okay, he wasn't watching Superman and he wasn't watching Batman. Okay. He was watching Black Panther. Huh? Let's see that instead of, you know, President, you know, Trump or President Bush or Boris Johnson, he was like, okay, you know, he saw Black presidents all around. You know, his view of the world would be very, very different had he been seeing himself reflected as a Black man. You know, not just rappers, not just, you know, entertainers, not just basketball players, real, you know, productive people. You know, representation matters, guys. And I think, you know, I think that if we start making the actual changes necessary right now, you know, which is it's very important. Members of the diaspora that are coming here to the continent, we have the capability to start creating the infrastructure for this change. Okay. Those of you that are coming here, you need to be doers. Okay, you need to be doers. Okay, we know all about the problems. We know about the problems. Okay, it's time for us to translate, our feelings and our disdain into some change, guys. And we have the opportunity to do that here on the continent. Provisions are being made for us to be here. Provisions are being made for us to, set up shop, create businesses, and all that stuff. So we need to enact on it. In 20 years from now, like I said, when Mr. Howell was a boy, when he was a baby boy, and he was getting this exposure, just imagine that he was watching cartoons of people in Africa. He was watching Warrior. I have seen a few clips and stuff like that on YouTube of Nigerian illustrators creating African cartoons and, translating some of the folk tales into different It's amazing, So just imagine we create that infrastructure now. Those kids 20 years from now will grow up feeling different, seeing themselves differently because they're being empowered. Our people have a lot of the complexes they have because they are seeing themselves as inferior. They look at the history books and they don't see their people. They look on the billboards and they don't see their people. Okay? They look at, the prominent rich men in the world. They don't see their people. So that psychologically says to themselves, you know what? I'm not capable of doing anything big. If we change the narrative, this is why the Chinese are the way they are, because they are nationalists. What's up, Off Grid? I see you there. Big shout outs to all my UK viewers. I have a WhatsApp group called Black Wall Street, and I have been, promoting my channel in there. So I see a lot of UK people, and I know that a lot of them, they're very supportive in that WhatsApp group. So big shout outs to any of you guys that have come to my platform through that avenue. You see? So the Chinese instill in their kids, hey, look, China is the place to be, man. We are this, we are that, we can do this, that, blah, blah, blah. The Chinese people are very proud of their country. Okay? Now, we know outside of China, a lot of other nations have different opinions about China. Matter of fact, a lot of them don't like Chinese, don't like doing anything with them. But the Chinese man himself feels like, yo, I'm in a place to be. We need to start having that attitude with our own kids. Since I do have a lot of my UK viewers, this is a big issue in the UK because we don't like to talk empowerment to our own people. The big ideology in the UK is inclusion. If you start talking about, Black people need their own space and this and that, and people are like, but, they always want to include somebody else. It's not about them. It's about us. Our community is broken. We need to be funneling our energy and concern on our own people, not anybody else. Think about it. They have their own community to revert to. They're already set up. Why exactly do they need to be a part of whatever we got going on? After all, we're minorities, right? You see, think about it critically. So big shout out to the African Superstar family. Give yourselves a round of applause tonight. Yay. Thank you for coming out and seeing me. Big shout outs to all the new viewers. I appreciate you guys. The platform's growing. I hope we get up to 800 today. We were at about like 790 earlier. So, and I'm definitely trying to strive to hit the 1K next week. Okay, so, I'm trying to recoup the platform. I need you guys to help me. For any new viewers that are not aware what happened, I had a platform here on YouTube of 11,000 subscribers. They shut down my platform 2 weeks ago. And I refuse to be silenced. So we're going to rebuild the platform. So I need your help. All right. So I need you guys to subscribe and share these videos. And if you guys know other people that are like, oh my gosh, where's the African superstar? I haven't seen her post, this kind of thing. Yeah. Direct them to the new platform. Okay. Because we're going to come back. We're going to send a strong message. All right. We're going to send a strong message that we're going to keep on talking this talk. You know, they have silenced our, channels long enough. They have silenced our voice long enough. Okay. Now we're like, nah, I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep talking and doing what I came to do, which is inform my people. What's up, Global Green Book? I see you there. Good to see you. What's up, family? I'm so delighted. Hey, Rocco, what's up, sweetheart? Big shout out to my girl out there in California. I see you guys. Thank you so much. That you are so right. I refuse to be silent. And I want to, also convey to my audience, because I'm not a victim, see. Big shout outs to any viewers. I'm not a victim. Okay. I'm someone who said, oh, this is how you want to play. Okay. This is about to be my next strategic move. Okay. The West said, hey, Gina, as long as you here, this is how we're going to treat you. There's nothing you can do about it except just be subject to it. I said, well, then I'll go to the continent where I can be black and free and stay black and true. That's what I'm doing. And I want to teach you guys how to be resilient. You know, when people throw obstacles at you, come back strong. Don't allow them to stop you. And don't spend too much time in the tear zone. You know, I could have felt sorry for myself. After all, I had that channel for 7 years. I had over 1,000 videos. I had a lot of irretrievable memories that are gone. But at the same time, I said, no. You won't have the last laugh on me. I'm coming back. I'm black like I never left. You know, that's the attitude we have to have, guys. If you want to accomplish anything in life, the more potent you are, the more powerful you are, the more valuable you are, the more obstacles are going to come down your way. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video now. Big shout out, Sherry. I see you there. I'm wrapping up now. So if you missed this show and you're coming in late, then you will need to just get the playback, okay? All right. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for being on code. Also, guys, if you have our superstar submissions, I'm still waiting. You know what? I'm going to tell you this off grid. I actually have been working on some music, and before they took down my platform, that was about to be my new thing. You know, so that's kind of on hold at the moment. But hey, everybody trying to come in here late when I'm trying to wrap up. What's this all about? What's up, D's Village? Big shout outs. What's up, family? Yes, you're gonna have to catch the playback, Mr. Amara. Okay. You guys will have to catch the playback. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a question and answer session because a lot of the new viewers have a lot of questions. So please make sure you have your notifications on. I'm not about to sing. No, I'm not about to sing. Y'all be acting up. Woo! African Superstar family already acting up on the new platform. Okay, you know what? I'll make y'all this promise. Okay, so this will be a little bit of motivation for you guys to help me get the platform back. When I get to 1K, I'll do a singing episode for y'all. Okay, how about that? When I get to 1K, so we're almost at 800. So we just need 200 more. We can do that definitely in a week. So if y'all can help, okay, some of y'all be like, send this video out to your friends. Like, oh my gosh, guys, I love the African Superstar. Go check out her platform. She's dope. You know what I'm saying? She was featured on BET. YouTube tried to shut down her platform, but she came back. You know what I'm saying? It's a story of Black excellence. You know, do whatever you got to do. Help get this channel popping. And I will sing for you at 1K. Okay, that's a bet. Pinky promise. Okay, guys, I gotta go though. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. Y'all see I'm ready to go. Got my earrings on. I got to go. Okay. So I will see you guys again very, very soon. Until we meet again, stay Black and true. If you ain't Black, just stay true.